Gentlemen, let me be blunt. If you're over 60 and your energy is fading, your mornings feel empty, and your performance both in life and in the bedroom is quietly slipping away, then this may be the most important message you hear all year. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't hype. It's not another supplement scam. It's a truth most doctors never say out loud. The strength of a man, his drive, stamina, and vitality can begin to return at any age, if you feed it the right way. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a men's health expert with over 30 years of experience helping older men reclaim their confidence, their strength, and their sense of purpose. I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who thought it was over only to watch them turn it all around with just a few small, smart changes. Here's what most men don't know. There are 3 specific foods. Yes, foods that can rebuild the very foundations of your male vitality. 1 supercharges your circulation, 1 rebuilds your testosterone, and 1 defends your manhood from the inside out. The truth is, these aren't exotic. They're simple. But when combined, they work together like a precision formula to restore what time and stress have taken away. And in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what they are, how to use them, and what to expect in 7, 14, and 30 days. Stay with me. This could change everything. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell. Because every week I share real practical health advice specifically for men over 60. And if this video speaks to you, just type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every response, and your feedback helps me make these videos better for you. Alright, let's get into the first essential food, because this one is a game changer, especially if your circulation isn't what it used to be. It's simple, it's natural, and yet most men overlook it completely. But when you start using it the right way, you'll feel the difference. Not just in your legs or energy, but exactly where it matters most. Let's talk about Beets 1. Beets, the circulation charger. Let me tell you about a man named Frank. He was 68 when he first came to see me. Still sharp, still full of stories. But his body, that was a different story. His legs were cold, he tired easily, and his mornings just didn't feel the same. You know what I mean? That ready to go, feeling that used to be automatic gone. He looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I don't want pills, I want to feel like a man again." That's when I told him about Beets. Beets are not glamorous. They're not exotic, but they are one of the most powerful circulation-boosting foods a man over 60 can eat. The secret lies in their natural nitrates. When you consume beets, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and opens up your blood vessels. Think of it as turning on a garden hose that's been kink-kicked for years. Suddenly, blood flows where it's supposed to. Your legs, your heart, and yes, your manhood. Why does this matter so much? Because as we age, our nitric oxide levels drop by nearly 75% after the age of 60, and without enough of it, blood can't flow the way it should. That means less oxygen to your muscles, slower recovery, and weaker erections. For men like Frank, it didn't just mean lower energy. It meant he didn't feel like himself anymore. But within just a week of adding beets to his daily routine, he called me and said, "I don't know what's happening, but I feel warmer. I'm moving easier, and the mornings they're back." Now here's what I recommend. Start with roasted beets or beet juice. Keep it simple, 4 to 6 ounces of beet juice in the morning, or half a cup of cooked beets with dinner. Add a small splash of lemon juice or black pepper to enhance absorption. And if you want to double the impact, combine it with a light walk or some leg exercises to push that blood even deeper into your tissues. Some men feel the effects in 3 days, others in a week, but almost everyone who sticks with it for 30 days comes back and tells me the same thing. I didn't realize how much blood flow I'd lost until I got it back. And let's not forget something important here. Good circulation isn't just about the bedroom. It's about your brain, your balance, your sleep, even your confidence when you stand up out of a chair. I've had men tear up in my office, not because they suddenly felt like teenagers again, but because they finally felt alive again. They felt strong in their body, present in their relationship, capable of being who they used to be. So, if you've been waking up, foggy feeling cold in your hands and feet, or avoiding intimacy because things just aren't working like they used to start with beats, they might be humble, but they have the power to restart the engine you thought had stalled for good. Now, while beats get your blood flowing, that's only one part of the equation, because energy without drive is only half the story. You also need something. To rebuild what's been quietly slipping away for years, your testosterone, and the food that does this best, you probably already have it in your fridge. Let's talk about it next. 2 eggs, the eggs, testosterone rebuilder. I'll never forget the day Robert sat down in my office. He was 72, retired Navy, tough as nails on the outside, but you could tell something was weighing on him. After a bit of small talk, he leaned in and said, "Doc, I'm just not the man I used to be. My drive is down, my strength is slipping, and I feel flat." He paused. "I don't even feel like starting the day anymore." That hit me because I hear this more than you'd think, and it always points in the same direction: testosterone. Most men over 60 think testosterone drops because of age alone. But the truth is, it also drops because of what we stop feeding ourselves. Our hormones don't vanish, they're suppressed. And one of the most overlooked natural ways to reignite your testosterone production is sitting quietly in your fridge right now. The humble egg. Yes, eggs. Whole eggs, not just the whites. The yolk contains nearly everything your body needs to produce testosterone. Healthy fats, cholesterol, vitamin D, choline, and even selenium. For decades, we were told to avoid eggs because of cholesterol, but that advice has hurt more men than it helped. Your body actually needs cholesterol to create hormones. It's the foundation of testosterone. When you strip that away, you strip away your manhood one meal at a time. I told Robert to stop fearing the yolk and start eating 2 whole eggs every morning. Organic, pasture-raised if possible, lightly cooked in olive oil or butter, no toast, no sugar, just clean protein and healthy fats to fuel his hormones. He was skeptical, but after 2 weeks, he came back smiling. His energy was up, his mood had lifted, and he said his wife even noticed he seemed more present. But it wasn't just about libido. It was about identity. He was reconnecting with a version of himself he thought he had lost. This is what happens when testosterone returns. You feel more decisive, more alive, more confident. You stand up taller. Your muscles respond. You think clearer. Your emotions balance out. It's like someone turned the dial back to where it used to be. But this time, you're aware of what it means. You're not just stronger, you're grateful. And don't underestimate the power of starting your day this way. When you give your body the raw materials it needs to make testosterone, you're not just avoiding decline, you're actively rebuilding yourself. You're stepping back into a role you were made for, a strong, vital, present man. That's not vanity, that's dignity. What I love most about eggs is how simple they are. No expensive supplements, no prescriptions, just real food, doing what it was designed to do. Support your body, fuel your hormones, and bring your spark back. But as powerful as testosterone is, it's not the whole picture. Because if your hormones rise, but your body's still inflamed, your blood vessels still stiff, and your prostate working against you, then you're building fire on top of fog. You need a third ingredient to complete the transformation. A food So rich in antioxidants, so protective of the prostate, and so powerful in restoring blood flow that it's been called nature's secret weapon for male vitality. And chances are you haven't been eating enough of it. Let's talk about it next. Pomegranate. 3. Pomegranate, the hormone and blood flow synergizer. A few months ago, I had a patient named Harold, 74 years old, soft-spoken with a quiet strength about him. He'd been through a lot. His energy was low, intimacy had become infrequent and awkward, and his doctor had mentioned a rising PSA level. What worried him more than anything wasn't just the health concerns. It was that he no longer felt like the man he used to be. As he put it, "It's like the lights are on, but something inside me has dimmed." That's when I introduced him to something deceptively simple: pomegranate. Most people think of it as just another fruit, maybe something to toss in a salad. But for men over 60, pomegranate is nothing short of medicinal. It's one of the few foods that addresses two of the biggest challenges we face as we age: declining testosterone and poor circulation. And it does so in a way that's natural, powerful, and surprisingly fast. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which silently sabotage male performance. It also contains natural aromatase inhibitors, which help stop your testosterone from converting into estrogen, a shift that accelerates with age and weakens male drive, muscle tone, and confidence. But there's more. Pomegranate also boosts nitric oxide production, helping your blood vessels expand and stay elastic, improving the flow of oxygen. Rich blood to the muscles, the brain, and, yes, the parts of the body responsible for intimacy and connection. I told Harold to start small, just 4 ounces of 100%, pure unsweetened pomegranate juice every morning with breakfast. No sugar, no mix-ins. Within 2 weeks, he told me something had shifted. His energy was steadier, his mood felt lighter, and one morning he looked at his wife and said, "I think I'm starting to feel like myself again." She noticed it too. More affection, more laughter, more spark. It wasn't just about the physical changes. It was about a man rediscovering his presence in the world. What makes pomegranate truly special is how it complements the other 2 foods we've already discussed. Beets open up the blood vessels. Eggs rebuild your testosterone, but pomegranate steps in to protect it all, to guard your prostate, stabilize your hormones, and keep your blood flowing freely. It's the bridge that connects strength with longevity, power with peace. I often say to my patients, don't wait for a diagnosis to make a change. Prevention doesn't have to be boring. Sometimes it can be as simple and as beautiful as the deep red of a pomegranate dripping with life. You can eat the seeds, fresh drink the juice, or even blend it into a morning smoothie. But consistency is what matters. Day after day, you're telling your body, "I still care, I still want this, I'm not done yet." And here's the truth. When you nourish your body with the right foods, it remembers what it was made for. It begins to repair, regenerate, and reignite that fire. That desire, that energy, it never truly leaves you. It just needs the right invitation to come back. Now, we've talked about the 3 essential foods: 1 for circulation, 1 for testosterone, and 1 for synergy and protection. But there's something else, something most men don't realize. Even if you eat the right foods, if you don't use them the right way, you could be holding back the very results you're hoping for. So let's bring it all together and reveal why these 3 only reach their full power when combined the right way. Why these 3 work better together. 4. Why these 3 work better together. There's a truth I've learned after decades of working with men over 60. When it comes to rebuilding your strength, there's no silver bullet, but there is synergy. Let me explain what I mean. I once worked with a man named Alan, 66 years old, recently retired and frustrated. He had started eating a little healthier, even added beet juice to his mornings, like I recommended. And while he felt a small improvement in his stamina, he admitted that something still felt incomplete. He looked at me and said, "Doc, I feel like I'm fixing one wire, but the whole system isn't turning back on." That's when I explained how healing at this stage of life isn't about just one food or one fix. It's about how the right things work together. Beets get the blood flowing. Eggs supply the raw materials to rebuild testosterone. Pomegranate stabilizes the hormonal environment and protects your prostate while keeping your blood vessels flexible. On their own, each food is powerful, but together they form a kind of natural triangle of male health circulation, hormone production and protection. You're not just improving a symptom here or there. You're rebuilding the very systems that support energy, confidence, and performance. When Alan combined all three consistently, beets in the morning, eggs for breakfast, and pomegranate juice, or seeds during the day, he didn't just feel better, he felt awakened. He told me his walks felt easier, his thoughts were clearer, and intimacy with his wife after years of struggle was finally feeling natural again. But even more than that, he said he felt proud. Proud that he didn't give up. Proud that he had taken back control. And that right there is the power of doing this the right way. You see, your body doesn't operate in pieces. Everything is connected. Your blood flow affects your mood, your testosterone affects your energy, your prostate health influences your confidence in ways most men don't talk about. That's why this trio of foods isn't just about nutrition, it's about restoring function across your entire system. What's more, when you take this seriously, even just for 30 days, your body begins to respond faster than you might expect. Men who follow this approach consistently often report changes within a week. Better sleep, more frequent, morning arousals, less brain fog. By week 2, it's not unusual to see stronger stamina, steadier energy, and a sense of control returning. By week 4, many say they feel like they've re-entered their lives again, more present in their relationships, more confident in their step, and more like the man they remember being. But none of that happens by chance. It takes intention. These foods aren't magic. You have to use them consistently, listen to your body, and be willing to let go of the old belief that decline is just part of getting older. It's not. Not if you feed your body the way it was designed to be fueled. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered, can I really get it back? I'm here to tell you, yes. Not just your energy, not just your drive, but your sense of self. And the best part, this is only the beginning. Because in the final section, I'm going to show you exactly what to expect in the next 7, 14, and 30 days if you follow this plan. And the one mistake that ruins progress for most men. This is where everything starts to come together. Let's finish strong. What to expect in 7, 14, and 30 days. 5. What to expect in 7.4 and 30 days. If you've made it this far, then something inside you is still alive, still reaching for more energy, more strength, and more dignity in how you live each day. And I want you to know that instinct is right. You haven't run out of time. You haven't missed your chance. You've just been waiting for the right information, and now you have it. Let me walk you through what happens when you start feeding your body with these 3 essential foods: beets, eggs, and pomegranate. These aren't gimmicks. They're deeply restorative, nutrient-rich tools that help your body remember how to function like it once did. And if you stay consistent, even just for a few weeks, you'll begin to notice real change. By day 7, most men start feeling subtle but important shifts. There's a lift in morning energy, maybe a deeper sleep. The hands and feet feel warmer. blood is flowing better and the mind doesn't feel quite as foggy. You may even catch yourself walking with a little more spring in your step and not even realizing it. By day 14, those benefits begin to build. The food has now started to affect your hormone levels, blood pressure, oxygen delivery, and energy stability throughout the day. You may begin noticing stronger morning responses, more consistent desire, and a calm but steady mental focus. You might also find yourself feeling more emotionally grounded, less irritable, more balanced, and more present. And by day 30, something incredible happens for many men. It's not just the physical changes anymore, it's the sense of identity coming back. You wake up looking forward to the day again. Your body responds faster. Your partner notices. You feel motivated to move to connect to live fully. Not like you're trying to chase your youth, but like your body has caught up with the man you know you still are inside. I've seen it over and over again. Men who felt stuck, defeated, come back with light in their eyes and strength in their voice. And not because they took a miracle pill, but because they started with their plate. That's the power of daily natural restoration. Of course, none of this happens if the habits don't stick. And the biggest mistake I see is inconsistency. Men who try beets one day, skip eggs the next, or forget to buy pomegranate juice until next week. They never get to see the full picture. But when you treat your nutrition like medicine and stay with it, your body rewards you in ways you may have forgotten were possible. So here's my invitation to you. Don't let this just be another video you watch and forget. Let this be the beginning of something different, something stronger, something real. You've got everything you need: 3 foods, 1 body, and a decision. Start today and watch what happens next.